What's happening, guys? Let's talk about favorite real quick before we finish doing our laundry. So, I want to talk to you about the worst morning. No, I don't. No, I don't. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about expectations.
I think so. I am my
Expectations versus realities.
Everybody going for the bag,
doing
bags
favor.
and the t-shirt posted with IG nigga.
And to do this, I want to show you guys what happened to me today. On February, I believe it's 3rd, Saturday, February the 3rd. Expectations over realities and what you should expect, at least from my personal opinion, when doing favors. So, alright. Alright, good people. Here we are on my runner favorite delivery page. Let's refresh it real quick, make sure we got everything up. So to date, I've done 818 favors. I got a 98% acceptance rate. I clocked out earlier today. They were trying to take me to Saginaw, and I'm not doing that. A 4.95 rating, which we'll talk about later on this video. So it says 4 months completed. They only go by your completed months. I'm actually on my 5th month with favor, undeposited earnings, $11 going to Saturday night. I think I'll probably hit about 350, 375 by the end of Sunday morning. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do Sunday night because of the Super Bowl. It may be busy, it may not. We'll see. Alright, good people. So you should see where my finger is at on the screen. Alright, so the week of the 29th. Let's go in. And let's deal with today. So far for this week, you can see $501.10 earned. So, 91% acceptance rate. The reason why I said 91%, I had like I said, a favor I clocked out on because I was like, nah, I'm not going to Saginaw. So, we have Born Coffee, which I made a $6 tip. Let's see if we can roll it down. These three, I have not made any money on yet. So these will probably be a larger tip. The Cheesecake Factory probably a larger tip. If people don't tip you right offhand and it goes to the next day, you get the recommended tip, which is always awesome. So we got Spiral Bakery, $8. I did well there. Honey Ramen, $6.54. So it's Kitchen Dunkin' Donuts. I did well Dunkin' Donuts, even though it took an hour and 8 minutes, which was a pain in the ass because it was 16 minutes from my last favor into White Settlement to this Dunkin' Donuts, and they didn't have most of what the customer wanted, but she still rocked with it. Dutch's Hamburgers, she said tip well. Let's get to this one, the Madeline. So the Madeline was a bad situation where when you're dealing with customers, you just never know. So their meal was $66. They had $66 worth of breakfast. They live fairly far south in Fort Worth, and I only got $2 tip. Well, let's explain what happened. There were 2 items on her order that they no longer carried in stock. So I text and I text again, and after waiting so long, I decided to go ahead and call because this is La Madeline. La Madeline, sometimes they take a fair amount of time depending on what the items are, and I didn't want this to become a 1 hour order, which, as you can see, it still did. So if I remember correctly, they wanted the Ale creme brulee, which they didn't have in stock anymore. They didn't carry it anymore. And strawberry rhubarb, which they didn't carry more in it as well. So I had to drop those 2. After talking to the husband, who didn't place the order, he's the person who answered the phone. So I presume she made the order using his phone. It just happened to be laying there and she used his phone. Or she picked up her phone. So I call. He's just waking up. He's like, and he just basically like, get something strawberry, whatever she made the order. I don't know. Get some strawberry. Typical husband answer, which I would have did the same thing, right? I make the order. I call him and say, hey, since you don't have strawberry rhubarb, what do you have that's a good substitute? And she told me 2 different options. She said, I said, which one would you personally recommend? Because I've never eaten that in Madeline. I do well favor, not that well to go splurge like that. Not on breakfast. $66. Yeah, we're not like that. So they gave me their recommendation. I went with it. Mind you, I've already texted the customer beforehand. Hey, they don't have this item. Spoke with the husband. I'm not sure what the husband said to his wife, but somebody saw the text. I'm not sure if it was the wife or the husband, because they sent me a message back saying, "Hey, this is our exact address," because they live in a newer neighborhood, which is kind of sometimes the GPS doesn't work that well. So I get there. It's like a 16 to 18 minute drive. Drop the food off. Everything as hot as possible. Make sure they have the hot sauce like they requested. This, that, and the third. And I get a $2 tip, and my rating drops from 4.96 to 4.95. I ordered based off of the husband's recommendation and the staff's recommendation, and I brought it there. So my only presumption is that she saw what it was on there and was like, "This is not what I ordered. It's not getting a tip. I'm mad." Depending on their relationship, he might have started going off and was like, "Man, don't worry about it." He probably forgot that he talked to me. He probably didn't care. It's like, "Hey, this guy's gone. Whatever. That's less money to give him. He should have got what you. He might be one of those husbands disagree with his wife." And so basically, I got screwed on this situation where communication wasn't with the person who made the order, and this stuff happens. You can have a huge order, an expensive order, and get shafted in the end. Let's give you some more proof. In fact, let's go back real quick. Let's go back a day. So let's look up here. So this is February 2nd. This is my first order. This guy orders from B&B Butcher's Restaurant, which is in Clear Fork. It's one of the new swanky restaurants, really, really high end. How high end? He ordered an 8-ounce steak, which was $69 by itself, and like 2 sides, which were like $13 and $10, and something else. And it basically spent $112 on his food. He lives near downtown. Cool, I'm gonna get taken care of. This is gonna be a nice tip. I'm looking forward to this. While I'm doing my run for Chewy's, which I'll explain why that took so long, I get a tip because they show the customer's name, and so if you want to know what customer, what run was that, I go in immediately online and I check which order it was. I get a $2 tip on a $112 order, and I'm pissed. And the only thing I can think of was steak was slightly cold, which I don't believe it was. I walked right into the restaurant and paid for the food while they were packing the food up into their really fancy bag. Side note, B&B Butcher's Restaurant, the aroma that they have in the restaurant smells amazing. It is freaking amazing. So if you ever want to press a date, take her there. It'll probably take a whole check or two to recover, but that'll impress the date. So you have to meter your expectations on orders. Mind you, I've been doing this 5 months, and sometimes I still get caught up. Like, if you look at Chewy's, I did well, but Chewy's was a give and take situation. They tipped me well, but they gave me a ding on my score, which dropped me from a 4.97 to a 4.96 in the first place. And the reason why they dinged me is, and it's my fault. There's no way around this one. I forgot to get their drinks. I got their food super hot. I was there before they can pack it up. They finished cooking it. And the main thing on this one was it took so long to get someone on the phone. And because Chewy's pretty much stays packed going towards the weekend, and there's limited room, and I didn't want to stand there for 35 to 45 minutes. You see, it's an hour and 6 minute order, and I think it was like 10 minutes to get to the house. Like, literally. So I spent most of the time trying to get on the phone, waiting in line, and then paying for food, and then handing back. So I forgot their drinks. Referred them to customer service, customer support to get that refunded to him. Gave me a great tip, but he dinged me on my score. And in hindsight, and actually in future sight, I would have rather him give me a lower tip and not ding my score. Here's why. It takes 25 5-star runs to get a 1-star eraser. What that does is once you reach your 25 5-star runs, you get to erase one of your lower scores. I got 2 dings in 2 days. It takes 25 to erase 1 ding, so that means I have to complete 50 orders. I usually complete 50 plus orders within a week's time, about 4 to 5 days. So I try to average at minimum. I try to average about 10 orders, 10 favors a day. So that means it's going to take 5 days to knock out one ding. And I just recently got a one star eraser this week. So in hindsight, I would have rather taken the lower tip than ding to my score, because the further down your score goes, the more likely you're not going to be able to use the app. It's like with anything. The performance metrics in every company, no matter what you're doing, whether you're a runner, you're doing DoorDash, Uber Eats, Uber, Lyft, or you're working at a company at a quote unquote regular job. It's always performance metrics. So, with that being said, yeah, in the end, it turned out all right. I kind of bounced back with the milk ice cream, great tip. Chicken Express, it was a great tip for the amount of work I did. You can see right here, it was basically I made $8 in 30 minutes. So with that being said, meet your expectations. Give the best you can. I've had a $6 order turn into a $12 tip. In retrospect, I've had an $86 order turn into an $18 tip. You never know. Customer interaction, customer service is key, but you cannot predict the unpredictable variable, which is humans. Okay, so anybody that's ever done anything customer service, getting perfection is near impossible. But you can do your best and you can do well. Stay tuned for my next video, where I'll show you well into February how much I earned for January doing my second month full time, and also to show you my months part time leading to the situation and how we got to where we are. Remember to support my Patreon. Please check the link below for that. Also check out the music for the artist below, Solo Flight. Also, remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for all your love and support. And until next time, peace and blessings. I share.